Covering of upper limb, we are entering to the thorax. So, what we are going to study in the thorax is that we go through the osteology part, like which consists of these the ribs, the manubrium sternum, which is present in the midline, and the vertebrae, which is present on the back side. So today we are going to cover this particular content of the topic. We call them as ribs, and we have a familiarity with the ribs in our 10 plus 2 curriculum, that we can divide this particular ribs into two basic ways. One is that we call them as typical ribs, and other is known as like the false ribs or true ribs, false ribs. And other classification is typical rib and atypical rib, which we emphasize on identifying in this anatomy class. So talking about the true ribs and the false rib is that there are ribs which are basically attached to the vertebra on the back and front on the manubrium or the sternum. So if they are connected both ends, we call them as true ribs. So 1 to 7 is this kind of ribs. We have this on 7 pairs, I mean. So they are connected on the back side and front side as well. So we call them as true rib. And those who are not, we call them as false ribs. Now the false ribs are of two types. Two of them, which is the bottom two, 11 and 12, they are hanging only by the vertebra. So we call them as floating false rib. And other one like a 10, 9, 8, they are false ribs, but they have a connections through the cartilages. And you see that this particular front part of this particular ribs have got blue colors in them. We call them as costal cartilage. Now this particular costal cartilages are present and anchoring to this particular ribs out here, which is present in this particular regions. So these are like true ribs which is related to it, and the false one, which is this cartilages are united and eventually joining with the cartilage another one and anchoring to the cartilage. So these are the false ribs which are like lying over there. We call them as vertebrochondral. We call them as like a 8, 9, 10 of them, which is united by the cartilages, but not directly by this particular sternum, and two of them only connected to the back side, 11 and 12. We call them as floating kind of ribs. Other than way we can classify these ribs, we call them as typical and atypical. They look similar, have the similar features, we call them as typical. They do look asimilar, we call them as atypical. Like 1, 2, 10, 11, 12, they are like those ribs, we call them as atypical. Out of this particular 1, 2, 10, 11, 12, we will emphasize on this number 1 only, and rest is we just like learn them. They are praying, but we are not going to learn the detail of it. Now we are going to learn this particular typical rib today, which is existing between this 3rd to 9th segment of the pairs, right side and left side. So this particular typical rib have got like common features which they have. If you look into this particular ribs, they have two ends. One is like a vertebral end, another is sternal end. The vertebral end, which is present over the features, and the sternal end, which is largely featureless, flat, and has a sharp cut. Now this particular vertebral end, which is present on the back side or posterior side, and this sternal end is on the front side. Now this vertical end have got like a head which is present over here, which articulates with the vertebra, and in the head there are two facets, like a two attachment point. We call them as facets. So one is above, one is below, like that. So above facets attaches with something, below facet attaches to something. We'll come into it. Then after this particular head, we have this particular narrow part, we call them as neck. Then on the neck we have this particular tubercle which is present in it. Then we have this particular shaft which is running across, curved, like just like long bone. We have seen the shaft which is straighter. In here it is curved. So the shaft out here is curved, and this particular ribs have a bend or some point which has got like a bends. We call them as angles. There is a one angle on the back side, we call them as posterior angle, and one angle in the front side, we call them as anterior angle. And these are the general features which is this particular ribs has. Now if you look close, this particular shaft, it has two borders. One is superior border, one is inferior border. Superior border is like a little bit smoother, flatter. Inferior border is sharper and having a groove here at the bottom. We call this groove a costal groove or intercostal groove, so which is anchoring some structures that we are going to learn. Now, so these are the features that this particular ribs has, like a posterior end and anterior end. Posterior end have head, then we have the neck and the tubercle, and then we have the shaft, and then we have the anterior end. Anterior end is relatively featureless compared to the posterior end. Now coming to the posterior end head, we are talking about this particular head have got facets for the attachments of it. Now this particular head attaches to the vertebra on the back side. So head which is present in here attaches to the vertebra. So this particular head attaches the vertebra, two of them. So therefore the two vertebra's attachment point, there are two facets, one above, one below. So this bottom one which attaches to the same number vertebra, that means if it is rib number 3, it attaches to this vertebra which is in that thoracic segment, third thoracic vertebra, we call them as T3, right. And this particular facet which is above, this attaches to the vertebra above. That means if it is third rib, this lower facet attaches to this particular vertebral body of the T3, and this above facets attaches to the T2 vertebral body, and intervened by a little space which is present in here, and this particular interspace in here attaches or gives like a space for the intervertebral disc. Now after this particular head we have this narrow neck, then we have the tubercle. So this particular tubercle attaches to this particular vertebra, we call them as part of a vertebra which is moving transversely, we call them as transverse process. So a part of the vertebra which is known as transverse process attaches to this particular tubercle which is present in the neck and the bottom side of the neck. And then we have this angle, and then we have the shaft, and then we have the anterior angle which is holding it. Now in this particular vertebral body we have a muscle mostly attached to it. The muscles which are present in it, present in the chest wall. So we call them as intercostal muscle. So there are three sets of intercostal muscles are there: external, internal and innermost. So there are three sets of intercostal muscles are there. They are anchored on the shaft or on the neck, on the head as well, some of it. They are anchored on the superior border and inferior border as well. So they are going on like above and below as well when they are anchored or attached to it. So this particular like intercostal muscles, they are attached like this. So in between the ribs they are present and they are anchored. So they are anchored above and below in this particular ribs which are present in it. External intercostal, deep to the internal intercostal and further innermost intercostal. So this is how anterior to posterior they are. They are very thin muscles which are present in these particular regions. And this is what we call about this particular vertebra. You see this particular vertebra, we call this part of the vertebra as vertebral body. And then we have this particular bones which is going on different directions, we call them as process. So which is going down on the back side, we call them as spine or spinous process. Which is going on the transverse side, we call them as transverse process likewise, right. So this is how it looks like from above, spinous process, and this is transverse process. This transverse process we are referring to, which attaches to the tubercle on this particular bone which is present on this part, tubercles, right. So this tubercle attaches to the transverse process of the same number vertebra. That means if it is third rib, this tubercle attaches to the third thoracic vertebral transverse process, and it gives a synovial joint which is present over here. There are ligament attached to this part as well which is binding these things. This part as well with the head, it has a synovial movement present to this side. So these are synovial joints which are existing to it. So this is what we have to study when we have to talk about. So if you are just like seeing this particular rib, this is atypical rib, that's why we are going to talk later on. So this typical rib have got like these features, and this is what we are talking about. Between this particular bodies of the vertebrae we have this cartilage which is present in here, we call them as intervertebral disc, and this is how these ribs are attached to it. See this head of the ribs which is attaches or anchored to this particular vertebra above and vertebra down. So same number. So this is T cervical, this is rib number 7 which is attaching to this T7, and the upper facet is attaching to the vertebra above. So this is how they are present, and the transverse process of the same number vertebra, this is how transverse process are coming. They attaches or anchors to the tubercle on the neck or on the neck region, and they are of the same number, transverse process of the thoracic vertebra. So this is how these particular whole things are there to identify this particular ribs. Now in this particular groove that we are referring here, we have some neurovascular structures present in it. We call them as the intercostal nerve vessels which are present in it. So we have this intercostal vein, we have intercostal artery and intercostal nerves. So they have a particular pattern of lodgement in this particular region. So above down we call them as VAN, van. So intercostal vein, then intercostal artery, then intercostal nerve. This is how this intercostal space, this van or intercostal structures are present within it. We have a visual, no. So this is what we are talking about, this particular space which is present. This is how it looks like. So above down VAN, so vein, artery and nerve. So they are all intercostal vein, intercostal nerves and intercostal artery and intercostal nerves. This is how they are placed in this particular groove under to this particular ribs that we are seeing here, and each of the space have got same number, like right side, left side, they have that same intercostal vessels which are present in same intercostal nerves which are running across. So the only things is the number which is different, like in first, second, third, fourth, which is how they are present. So this particular groove under this particular region that we are going to talk about, this costal groove or intercostal groove, they gives this attachment to this particular, and this is how these muscles are there, external intercostal, internal intercostal, innermost intercostal. In between them these particular structures are there. So this is how these whole things are going to be learned and going to be covered. So coming to this particular bones, whenever you are going to identify this particular ribs which is present. So whenever it is given to it, we have like 12 pairs of the ribs. So that means that we have a right side and the left side of the ribs. So you have to identify this right side and the left side of the ribs belongs to which side, that what you have to identify. Once you identify, you have to appropriately tell that this is belong to right side and I am holding it on the right side. If it is on the left side, you will be holding that on the left side. So identification of the ribs first. So anatomical position comes here. We have to identify this anterior and posterior. Anterior and posterior easily identified by the anterior one, anterior and featureless. Posterior one have got features, head, neck, etc., etc. So this is posterior. Above and below you have to identify. Above is identified by the superior border. Below is identified by the inferior border. Inferior border is identified by this presence of the groove that we are mentioning, that costal groove. So inferior border sharp and having a groove, easy to identify the above and below. Now which one is medial, which one is lateral? This is vertebral side, this is going to be on a vertebra, and this one is a sternum which is going down. So directions of this particular ribs is from above little down. So this is like pen holding fashion, you have to hold it. So just like you are holding the pen, you have to hold it like this. So this particular rib, that's what how you are going to see. The anterior end you have to keep it in front, vertebral in the back, assuming that this is what you are holding, that your rib or any typical rib that you are holding. So above, below you have to identify, medial, lateral you have to identify, and anterior, posterior you have to identify, and then you have to hold it on appropriate right side or left side, that's why. Then you have to identify the different parts. This is posterior end, this is anterior end. This posterior end have got head, then we have this narrow neck, then we have the tubercle on the back side, then we have this particular shaft, and the shaft is a bend over here, posterior angle, bend over here, anterior angle, and this particular shaft which is carved having upper border and lower border. So upper border and lower border is identified by the presence of the sharp groove which is intercostal groove. What lodges to the intercostal groove, we identify that particular thing which is present, VAN. Now apart from that, this particular surfaces gives attachment to the three sets of muscle, external intercostal, internal intercostal, innermost intercostal. Both the above and the down have got same features, external to internal, they have got same way of arrangements. These are the common thing. Apart from that, we have some muscles, we call them as serratus anterior and abdominis muscle, abdominal muscles which are attached to it. So in the upper 8 ribs we have attachment on this particular shaft. Along with that, this particular intercostal muscles, we have attachment of the rib muscles, we call them as serratus anterior, which is the pushing punching muscles. Below one, there are some, below 8 ribs gives attachment to the abdominal muscles. Some of the abdominal muscles attaches to it. So when we come to the abdomen, we will talk about that. Right now we know the serratus anterior, we talk about the serratus anterior is attached to the upper 8 rib external surface. Apart from that, this particular 3 muscles that we have talked over here, right. So this is how this particular typical rib need to be identified, and then easy thing about this particular ribs. And coming to this particular articulation, this is articulated with this particular in the front by the costal cartilage, so it will be cartilaginous joint, and this particular cartilage is present inside, and this cartilage is not fused, is separable, that means it is secondary cartilaginous. And then in the back side it is having a synovial joint both in the head and the transverse process. So it has allows some sort of movement whenever the respiratory movement is going on, some expansion, some upward movement, downward movement, some rotation degree is accommodated by this particular synovial movement or synovial things, alright. So this is how this particular whole of this particular rib can be identified with this particular typical one. So this is, we have plenty of them, you can just like check on your own and identify these particular basic features of these particular ribs. Like the typical one, we just like a grab, you can take it like two of you or any of you can have a look into it and দেখে নিয়ে দেখো আইডেন্টিফাই করতে পারছো নাকি, if you have any clouding of understanding or not, or if you are judging it right or not. কোনটা শার্প হচ্ছে তুমি দেখো, কোনটা শার্প, which one is sharper? Sharper, lower side. This is on the right side. Identify it, put your logic to it. Just typical.